That was hot. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? We are doing another shop talk. I did one of these with Clint a while back, and I figured since Jakota is coming by to work in the shop on a secret project. Wait, was I not supposed to say that?
No, I told everyone.
Oh, okay. You said it was a secret project, then I said you're working on a secret project, and I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe that's part of the secret.
All I said was I'm working on another project. The person that I'm doing it for knows what it is. Or wait, I may have totally said it on my live multiple times. So, you know, it's not a secret.
Okay, well, whatever the case, it is a secret project. So he's been coming over to use the shop. The shop is shared with him, so it's not like he's coming to use it. It is his shop. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, since he's here, I was like, hey, we should do a shop talk if you're down. And he said, sure. And so here he is. This is my brother Jakota. If you don't know him, there is going to be hopefully a moderator who will post a link to his channel. But maybe there's no moderator on right now. So I don't know how to do that. Otherwise, I would do that right here. Never had to learn how to do that because we have great moderators. In fact, we have the same moderators. Right?
Yeah.
Matthew,
shout out to Matt.
And Lindsay?
Yep.
And then, do you have more?
Hannah sometimes pops on.
Dude, same here. That's weird. We picked the same ones. So thank you to Matthew for being an awesome moderator. He's not here right now. I know he's going to the studio. I think
I saw that.
Which is kind of cool.
He took his son or whatever.
So we might be moderator-less, but if you want to check out his channel, it's called Madness Channel. MADNEZZ channel.
Yes, sir.
So anyway.
Also check out Madness Photography.
On Instagram.
On Instagram if you're into it.
Or Facebook. Or MySpace. Do you remember MySpace?
Yeah, but you know, it's funny. I got it like years after it wasn't even in anymore.
Yeah, same. I got it because our sister Janice told us that Facebook was lame. Now she's like the Facebook queen.
Right.
She posts every day. Stupid, like the things that you're just like,
just like silly, like
just selfies, freaking her kids, food, going to the river,
right?
Her job.
Yep.
She's like going to work, post a selfie. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just like, come on, sis. But anyways, she told us to get, so I got it. Never used it even one time.
I used it for a little bit, but
couldn't figure it out. The background would like stay the same, but then all the other stuff would like float by. Yeah.
I remember that.
Didn't understand it. Then Nexopia.
I had Nexopia before I had MySpace. Dude, I didn't bring my water.
Go grab it. So, guys, today we're going to be talking about, so if you remember the last shop talk, we kind of just got into like talking about like creative process and all sorts of things like that. Today we're going to talk about the same thing because if you read the title, it said, what did I make it say? Oh, you don't, here, pour some of this in there. If you don't know this about my brother, he gets bad vertigo, and so he needs to drink water all the time. Oh, frick.
I'll take that.
And thanks, water helps with the vertigo. The title of this video is, turns out my brother is an amazing painter. This is something that he didn't know about himself. This is something that I didn't know about him. This is something that basically no one had any reason to ever think about him. So,
yeah,
that is insane. If you have not seen this painting, we'll be showing it here in a second. But please go check out his video on it. He did like a docu-type-ish, vlog-ish. It's kind of hard to describe what kind of video. It's like other YouTubers are doing this type of video in certain ways. So I'm sure there's a genre, but it's kind of new, I think.
I don't even know what to call it. But
But
yeah, I was definitely inspired by other.
it's a good video, so go check that out. That'll be on his channel, Madness channel. Okay. But before we get into what we're going to talk about, hello everyone who's coming on: Linda,
Hello.
Nancy, Rebecca, Valerie, Dave, Adele, Tracy, Tasha, Sonic, Phil, Janice. Oh, Lindsay. Lindsay's on. Okay, thank you, Lindsay, for moderating. She posted the link to Jakotas' channel. You can check that out. And his Instagram. So you can check that out now or later or whatever. But please check it out.
Check out the video called "Music Forever."
Yeah, it might not be.
My first painting. Sorry, I said that backwards. My first painting, "Music Forever."
Sandy Lee says, "Beggars, I am begging you to go check out his channel." Is that what you're saying? I'm not ashamed of that. Go check out his channel. It's awesome. Plus, you have your weekly show that you might also like.
Yeah, come on over to the madness.
Daryl says, "I knew he was an artist. Told him months ago."
Yeah, everyone seems to be telling me that actually.
They're just like,
I knew you did it. I knew it. It's like, how? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
How did you know? Please tell me.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Yeah.
So, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Since you never painted, well, just to be clear, you have painted before, kind of just like, meh. But
yeah,
nothing on purpose to create a work of art.
Right. Like you know how people.
But this is your first painting, and I'm going to show you guys in a second. This is your first painting that you've done, start to finish. I'm doing this on purpose to have a piece of art here on purpose.
Yes.
And I'm going to like this or whatever.
Yeah. The last time I picked up a paintbrush was like.
Like when?
I can't even tell you. Like when I was 20, maybe 18, maybe sometime like when I was in school.
Like years ago.
Years ago, like, but never was like. I don't know. It was never. I don't think I ever completed a painting ever.
No.
So it was never a painting. It was just I put paint on
a canvas.
On a canvas once.
And this time you didn't even paint on a canvas. You painted on your wall.
I painted on my wall. Yeah, there was a huge wall. It's like 10 feet wide, but I only painted about 9 feet wide by 8
or so.
So, something like that.
So when you move, right, you can remove this because you're trailer trash. So
right.
It's panel board.
Panel board.
Luckily, would you have still done this if it was drywall?
Yeah, I would have done it.
You still would have.
I still would have done it because
it would have been way harder to remove, but would you have still done it?
Yeah, but like the thing was like I didn't know what the end result was.
Oh, you didn't know it was gonna be good.
I had no idea. I was like one day I woke up. Actually, it was months. I planned it for months actually.
Before you did it.
Yeah, but in my head.
Right.
Which is where most things start, right? You develop an idea. I created a picture or I called it what would you call it?
Like a
my reference?
Yeah,
picture?
reference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I created it, I made it in Photoshop first, right? To see what I wanted, right? And first of all, there's no way I could have done it without the reference.
Oh, me neither.
Like at all.
I almost always need reference.
There is no way I could have done that, right? So I created the reference picture, and that was the beginning of it, right? That was the start. That's when I was like, okay, I had since I had made the reference picture, I was like, okay, I think this is probably doable, right? I didn't know the degree of doable. I just knew that I was like, okay, I just had the confidence.
Because you can draw decently well. You're not necessarily an amazing drawer.
I wouldn't say I'm an amazing.
But you're not a bad drawer.
Right.
You're not an amazing, realism type drawer. Right?
I mean, I have.
You've done great drawings, more so like sketches, I would say.
Right. I would say
because you don't take any of your. Sorry, this is probably not going to come out proper. You don't. It's not that you don't take your art seriously when it comes to drawing and stuff.
I'm not trying to get it sold. Is what
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So you're not trying. Yeah, but they are actually pretty good. And
Thank you.
and this painting, guys, I'm going to show it to you now. This painting, you didn't know if it was going to be good.
No.
But you wanted it to be good.
I wanted it to be, well,
But you think it's good.
I think it's amazing.
That's good. I'm glad that you think that.
I think that it's beyond, like, it doesn't even look like I did it. You know what I mean?
It doesn't look like it's your
It doesn't look like
picture.
Right. It doesn't look like my pictures. Only because, like, I had nothing to.
You have nothing to compare it to.
I have nothing to. Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
if you looked at my first paintings, you'd be like, "Dude, what the frick is this trash?" But I also had. I got tricked into painting. I never sought out painting. And I think I quickly decided I love this. So now I'm going to try to get better. But you decided, like, not that you sought it out, but you decided I'm going to do this as a painting, as a real art project or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like,
kind of like to get out of. Yeah, it was for a reason that to help my mental health, basically.
Right.
I was like, what can I do to challenge myself? And it was a huge challenge. And I overcame those challenges, and then bam, this is
bam. So I'm going to try to get this so there's not much glare. So this is obviously a photo. This is not the painting. This is a photo of the painting. And these are available?
Yeah. 11 by 17s for 25 smackarooskies.
So this is the one that he gave me, and I'm going to put it up here in the studio here. This is, you can see the freaking plug receptacle there. This is on his wall, and I don't even know what to say, dude. This is freaking sick. So all of the things that are on this piece of paper here, or cardstock or whatever this is, are on the wall. And if you get one of these, like, or look at it online, because like what I'm showing you is not that good, and you like have a look at all of like the freaking, like, to me, Travis Barker, the guy in the middle, like, I'm just like, bro, when I paint tattoos, I'm just like, it's a good thing I'm a finger painter. And I just splatter it, and I'm like, God, that looks like that passes for a tattoo. But you, like, and if you watch the video, guys, you'll be able to see his frustration with this, or part of it. You didn't include everything in there, right?
It took me almost the whole year. So I tried to cut a whole year into
an hour.
And I mean, I went a little over.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, a whole year in 1 hour is not bad, in my opinion. You watch a movie that's an hour and a half.
Right. And it's entertaining. So it's not like people are, well, I mean, some people might not like it, but like, you're not, when you watch it, like, he's my brother and I still watch the whole thing. I saw it like in different what do you call it? Steps of doneness.
That's
terrible way of saying it.
Progress, I guess.
I've seen several progressive time, whatever you say, right?
I would say
I saw it when you first started it, when it was just like their outlines, not even, like you just painted like white splotches.
Right.
And then from there, I'm going to see if I can put this up here so you guys can kind of see it in the background. I know a lot of you guys already follow him, so you've seen it, but this is for other folks who have not seen it, but hopefully everyone goes and checks it out. But anyways, I saw it with like the splotchy mess.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later you had like features, like kind of like blocking in, I think they call it.
Right.
And then you had like, you had a grid at one point.
I had a grid, yeah. So I had a grid at one point. That was also another thing. If I didn't have the grid, which I placed on the reference picture, also that would not have been good. I would have screwed up so much.
Totally know what you mean. And you had a wide grid. Like, so every once in a while.
It was 1 foot. So like what I did, it was 1 foot. So I did 1 inch on the program on my computer.
And you scaled up.
Yeah, exactly. So I did 1 foot. And I did each block. I drew it on pencil, which I probably should have painted the whole thing black and then put the
Right.
In hindsight, I'm not a painter. I wasn't a painter, right? So I didn't know, and I wanted to just put the black on and then paint each square individually, and it worked until it I screwed up and lost the reference picture.
Okay, so in the video, you talk about, so the guy on the left, on the very left, he was in the wrong position.
Yes.
To me, when you told me this in real life, obviously you were struggling with this for like a week, probably.
Longer.
Couple weeks. I don't remember, but I remember you telling me that he's too high, right? Or too low?
He was too high. He was too far this way and too far this way.
Okay. I was thinking, dude, you made the reference picture. It doesn't matter where he is.
Right.
You're like, no, it doesn't look like the picture. I'm like, you made the picture. It doesn't matter. That picture doesn't exist. No one's gonna be like,
right. Right.
I've seen that before, and this looks fricked up because look at Mac. He's too far up and too close.
Right.
Like no one would ever freaking know that.
Right. Well, the reason why he was in the wrong spot was because I had lost the reference picture. Right. Otherwise, I would have just kept following.
The
only reason, because I had done all the outlines of everyone, that saved me. Otherwise, because I had already started doing him, and he was so good. He was better than him.
Right. That's another thing.
I didn't want to erase because I didn't think that I'd be able to do that again. Right? I was like, dude, this is too incredible. I thought Kurt Cobain was
like lit.
I remember notch, right?
I remember, yeah. And then okay, so let me finish what I was first started saying. So I was thinking, dude, you don't need to move the freaking guy because you made the picture.
Right.
And then thinking, it looks decent already.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks pretty good. Like good, I should say. It looks good. Right. It wasn't done is what I mean by when I say it looks pretty good. And I was thinking, this is going to be so stupid to me.
Right.
If it was me, maybe I would have the same thoughts as you, but it wasn't my painting. So I'm thinking.
Do you know how many people told me that was a dumb idea? You were not the only one that thought that was a dumb idea.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, you eventually painted it. No, you painted half his head off or something.
I thought that I could save his sunglasses. Like
somehow his
eyes. I could save some of it. So like what I wanted to do was I had to mix this paint every time I ran out of that small jar.
Right.
Okay?
Because that color you had.
Every time it was different. So I was like, okay, I only have a little bit left. So I'm going to use as much of his face that I already have. I'm going to use as much as that I already have of his face so I don't have to mix more paint. It was pretty much just like a loophole in I don't know. I was just trying to save myself from mixing more paint, I think. That's what it was.
Right. I remember because I gave you a gallon of paint.
Yeah. You gave
2 gallons.
You gave me a black
and a white.
And that's all I had to work with. Was a tub of black paint and a tub of white.
And I gave you that paint because I was like, this is bullshit paint. That paint was over $100 a gallon.
Right.
And I was like, this stuff, I never used it because I remember even in a live that I did on my channel, I painted and then I liked spraying and doing some effects with the water for certain paintings. And I did that with my latest Johnny Cash painting. And the paint lifted because the water got behind it.
Oh, okay.
So some of the other paints that I use that are much cheaper, they're so freaking good for what I do with finger painting and whatever. And so I was like, yeah, have this trash.
You know what, dude? When I ran out of the white, since there wasn't as much white as there was the black, I went to go buy some white. And it wasn't as good as the trash that you say.
Yeah. Well, I got those on sale for like $110 or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
But it's a whole gallon. That's a lot.
Dude, I used quite a bit.
And since I finger paint, there was probably white in the black and black in the white. And probably
there was blue in the white, dude. There was all kinds of colors. Yellow.
Yeah. That was probably annoying.
Well, it was whatever. since I was, it didn't really affect it much.
Okay, so that now, when you, pardon me, when you decided to like erase him or whatever,
Right.
and you moved him out of the way, and then I saw him again, looking the same. I was like, dude, see, it looks the same. I can't even tell that you moved it. I still can't
You
tell.
still
Like
can't tell?
I don't remember. Like in the video, you have like you show that he's in the wrong spot or whatever.
Right.
Right. And if you like are watching, then you can tell that it's. But me being there in person, I was like, nah, bro, looks the same. Looks just as good.
Well,
You wasted like 8 hours.
you don't think that looks good?
No, it looks dope.
The
Looks totally dope, but it looked dope before.
Man, I'm glad that I redid it because
Good, it's your painting.
he looks better this time than he did last time, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
Since I had the experience of doing all those guys,
right,
I took that experience and then put it into him.
right. So what I was gonna say though is you put him back. He looked just as fine. But I remember you saying. Like, okay, well, I made him look too good, so now I have to make him look better. I remember you doing that. You did that like 4 or 5 times where you're like, oh, I gotta paint him. Because I remember like Eminem, you painted his eyes looking all freaking like super slim shady, right? And I was like, dude, that freaking looks excellent. Except for this is when his lips looked all effed up.
Yeah.
Right? You had his lips all looking like, I was like, dude, who is that? Biggie Smalls with the biggest lips on it. Right? And then as you were progressing and you like made this guy better. And I remember you like complaining that you're like, I made him too good.
Yeah.
Now I have to make these ones match that one. Otherwise it's gonna look like it's painted by different people or whatever, right?
Or just I wanted it to be consistent.
Right, which is obviously.
Right. You could totally tell where I started and where I was, and what I had started was the faces first, right? I didn't do the whole bodies, mostly because I was frustrated and I wanted to. This is what I realized: if I painted while mad or frustrated, I just screwed up more. So that was like that's when I learned it was time to walk away.
Dude, that's what I did.
It was like walk away, dude, and calm down, and then come back.
I painted Chief Joseph, and I could not get him. So I freaking, in the video, I don't show this because I wanted just to have a nice short-ish video.
Right.
I think it's like 10 minutes long or something. So I freaking drew a grid, right? Then I downloaded an app, took my reference photo. I was using 3 reference photos, but I took the one that I was most using for like pose, right? The other ones I was using for like his eye details and like stuff like that.
I use multiple pictures for
I think probably most artists, like we both don't know how to paint, right? We just know how to make a picture.
Sure.
More so, we don't know like the principles. And,
I couldn't. If someone said,
I don't know shit about color theory. I'm just like all these colors seem to look good together. Dope, right? Yeah. You did black and white or grayscale.
I love.
Yeah, it's dope.
I love.
To me, grayscale is way harder.
Yeah.
Doing it like I'm sure I could paint that, but like it would probably take me just as long, even though I have way more experience in painting people. Yeah. My style is so messy, and that's by design, bro. It's because I'm like, it allows so much more leniency. And in the colors I use, no one has a yellow nose. I'm just looking at this painting right here.
Right.
That no one can see. But there's a painting there of Janis Joplin. And, I mean, it looks like Janis Joplin. But, like, she doesn't have blue hair. Or green hair and stuff, right?
Right, but it looks good.
But it looks fine. Now, if I wanted to do this level of, it's not realism, but like more realistic, like whatever the frick you'd call that, right?
Right.
That would kill me.
It would take a long time.
It would suck. Like it takes me between 5 and 10 hours to do a painting. If I'm doing it at a show, it takes about 2 hours. Because a show demo or whatever is usually around 2 hours.
Right.
And you can tell which ones look better and which ones are not as good. When I do a 2-hour painting, I'm just like,
Right.
Trash.
2 hours.
Usually I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can't do a person. I have to do like a
There's no way I could do one painting in 2 hours.
right. So, anyways, I did the grid, and then like I was like, oh, his eyes way the frick this way. Okay, move it in. Oh, his eyes too big. Go down smaller. I barely ever use grid.
Trial and error, dude. That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
Trial and
And
error.
then you notice. So what I'm getting at is you said in your video that Billy,
His eye.
I think on, yeah, his eye, yeah, dude. When he's like this, dude. I'm like, yo, can we make him like so he's like straight on like mugshot style?
Yeah.
It's way easier.
That's way easier.
But you were saying that on him and on who?
His head's a little tilted. You can tell his
Right.
glasses are just right. So then you
Slightly,
gotta make his nose, and then his lips, and then his chin. Some people were saying, "Hey, man, isn't this like wider than this part?" And then I was like, "Tilt your head just a little bit, bro." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, looks good."
Right. But you have this problem of having super thick paint in certain areas.
Yes.
Because you had to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because you can't erase it.
No.
Yeah. You could scrape it off, I guess.
If you ran your hand from like his face down to here, it was like it's like a speed bump. If you went his body and then it would be bump, and then here as well on his face. It's everywhere, but it's mostly here. It's mostly on his nose. I had a huge hard time on it.
I have the same thing with my paintings. Like this Jesus paint, well, that's a print, but like his face.
Yeah.
For some reason, you see how he's like looking up like that.
That's a pretty good face.
He's. But look how big his eyes are. They're too big.
You think so?
Well, I don't know. So this painting here is what we're talking about. This is a print, but it looks the same, obviously. While he's looking up like that, it took me forever. Like, how do you get like the pupils in the right? Like, how big are they have to be? If he has dilated versus like undilated, I guess, or like if the sun is like beating into his eyes, he's gonna have really tiny pupils, but that looks stupid. But he's looking up at the sky. Like I wasn't there. I don't know how it happened, but and he probably doesn't even look like that.
No.
But right, and then doing the beard and stuff,
The beard
going into his throat, whatever. This is a finger painting. This is like using a lot of artistic liberties and stuff. But what were your thoughts when? Because we'll get into why some of them have sunglasses and some of them don't.
Right.
But when you did the eyeballs, right? They're all like they're different people.
Right.
And they're in different positions. What did you think about like the eyes are super important, right?
Right.
I see like I used to in my paintings I would like do like the little white shit.
Sure.
Like the reflection
the
or
shine,
whatever.
yeah.
I used to do that though as the last detail in a face.
That's exactly.
Now I don't care when I do it.
I did that that was the last part, yeah.
Dude, doesn't it just make it like bing?
Yes.
It's like they're alive now.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
But how did you feel about painting eyes? Trash. Yeah, okay.
It sucked. It was not easy. I mean, none of it was easy, but yeah, I feel like if you don't get the eyes, then pretty much it's trash. Like you gotta get the eyes. Those are really important.
Okay. And then when you did Billy Joel on the end here, for those of you who don't know who the different people are, his eyes are freaking crooked.
Right.
Well, they're not crooked. His head is crooked.
His head's crooked.
And then you have to like make the plane, and then also make sure his head is in that same.
Right. Yeah. So I struggled with that. That was probably the biggest struggle that I had throughout the whole painting. I had to walk away from that. I don't know how many times. That probably took me actually, you know what, weeks.
Just to do his eyes.
Just to do
placement.
his eyes. Weeks. It took me so long.
And when you say weeks, how many hours do you think?
So most of the time that I was painting around 6 to 8 hours a day.
Okay.
So.
And would you say
about 4 to 5 times a week I was painting.
Okay. How many hours do you think total? Can anyone do that math? 6 hours a day, 5. Let's just say, let's go on the low end to be safe. Let's say 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for 11 months.
Yeah. But take away 3 months that I was not.
Okay.
here. There was 3 months that
eight months.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 months. What's the math on it? Does anyone know?
I did start in June and I did end in the May of the next year. But 3 months I was not able to paint because of being in Arizona.
Is there still a moderator on? Did Lindsay take off? People are asking where they can find your stuff. If there's no moderator, some people are trying to. Lindsay. She is still here. She's lurking, so she's probably busy. So appreciate you being here, Lindsay. When Lindsay gets back, she'll post the link again. That's 5,250 hours. That seems like too many.
5,000 hours. Wow. That took 5,000 hours? That's ridiculous.
That doesn't seem right.
What? Wow.
There's no way that's true. That's way too much.
5,000 hours.
You're halfway there to becoming a master. 10,000 hours, right? There's no way that was 5,000 hours. That doesn't make any sense. Lauren says, no, it's wrong. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, so I guesstimate that it took you, based off of what I know, and like when I'd call you, I'd be like, yo, can you give me a hand with blah, blah, blah? Bro, I'm working on my painting. Give me a couple hours. Okay, cool. Call you again. Dude, I'm going to be heading out to such and such place. You down to ride with me? And you'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to work on my painting. All right. Right? All this time. I'm like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I guesstimate that you probably spent, I'd say 300 hours.
It was
Sometimes I say 200, but I mean 300.
300 hours. I don't know how many hours it was. I
Definitely.
I kind of wish I would have had a timer so that I could press it and stop it every time
That would have been good. 5,000 hours is way too many.
Yeah.
Okay.
5,000 hours. How long is 5,000 hours?
Okay. Okay. Lauren is saying 700 hours.
700 hours.
So that's 100 hours a month. So that would be 800 hours.
Yeah. 100 hours a month?
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah. I feel like it might have been more.
Than 800?
Awesome. 800 hours? Maybe not.
Dude, that's like...
I spent a lot of time on that thing, man.
Dude, you just gotta think, man. A work week, like the average work week is between 40 and 60 hours.
Right. Some days I went till like 3 in the morning.
Starting at 2 a.m. though?
Right.
Whatever it was, it took a long time.
It took a long time, yeah.
Right. I forget what my point even was.
It was great. It started as like a mental health thing where it was like, dude, I gotta do something.
Right.
Right? Stuck at home, you know.
Yeah, can't go out.
Can't go out.
Can't see your own mom.
Can't
see your own brother.
Right.
Unless it's for work.
Can't do much. Couldn't do much. Plus, like, whatever I was going through. And, you know, I was tired of just feeling down and stuff. So I was like, hey, how about I just do some therapeutic painting? And, well, bam!
Dude, your origin story, like, if you continue, do you see yourself doing more paintings?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, the taste of this water is so delicious.
I actually didn't taste any of the chicken water that I got here.
You know what's funny, guys? I have the chicken thing. He has the beef one. We accidentally switched the flavors.
That actually is pretty good water. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I almost coughed. Okay.
Stir that up a bit.
Now, I haven't always said that you would be a good painter. I've never said that, I don't think. I didn't think you wouldn't, but I don't think I've ever said that.
Dude,
but
I didn't even
you mostly do photography or like, let's say photo manipulation as your art. You take pictures, so that's photography, but you rarely share your photos as the finished piece. You do some cool
Yeah, not on all of them.
And, no, not on all of them.
There are things that I'll do that I can't actually do in real life, like make people float or like.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like so, like in that instance, yeah, but we did do that trick photography almost. Remember where we were in BC and I had you jump in that field and then I made it look like you're holding a bunch of balloons.
Oh yeah, it took like 700 pictures.
Yeah.
Till we got, well, literally probably like 20 pictures. But like, okay, jump again.
Right.
And then my hat fell off one time and you're like, oh, that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
So then I had to like set my hat on my head like this.
Right. Yeah. You remember that.
Yeah, and then I would jump as high as I could. And then, but also be in the right position so it looked like these balloons like pulled me off the ground, right? And you're like, no, don't look like you're floating. Look like you're like,
right.
And that's why your hat fell off. Like you're holding on to something and not paying attention, then you're like,
right.
Right?
Exactly.
I think you said like when in a cartoon when they grab onto the train and they, that's what you wanted it to look like. So then I had to like, act is not the right word, but I had to.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, I would call it acting.
Okay. I had to act like I was, for a still picture, but.
Yeah, dude, that's what I love of when you create a scene. Like this is what I try to do. Like even when you were with me when I took those band pictures.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I don't typically like live music, but when it's small venue like that, dude, they were freaking ill. We met this band on the ferry. You did. Like you just started talking to these guys for some reason. And you needed a lighter.
I wanted to I think I needed to bum a cigarette or something.
Okay.
Or some deal. I asked them for a cigarette or a lighter or something. Right. Yeah, it must have been a lighter because I'm pretty sure I had cigarettes.
Yeah, and then I like come around and I'm walking and I'm like see you talking to these
talking to these band dudes.
And I'm like, hey, what's up? Or whatever. And they're like, yeah, these guys are gonna be playing in the show or whatever. So we go to their show.
We went to the show.
They put us on the guest list.
Yeah.
And turns out it was Van Halen. It wasn't. No. It was this band called Chase the Bear, and I've used their music in my vlog before. So you guys, a lot of you actually really liked.
They're good.
They're so good.
They're a good band.
I was like,
I didn't know what to expect.
No, because I was like, are you guys doing covers or originals? And they're like, oh, we're gonna mostly be doing originals. They did all originals, but they probably didn't want us to be like, skip this.
Man, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, they're like a very serious about their music type of group.
Right, which is what you want to do when you're in a band, right? You want to be successful, obviously.
They're younger than us, I think. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're about the same age. But like they have like a good, well, I mean, it's so they make it seem as though they have a good work ethic when it comes to their music.
I agree.
But what I was gonna say anyway, when I brought up the you're not a painter, I've never called you a painter or whatever, and you do the art that you do. I've tried to convince you because we've done art shows together.
Yes.
And to make it so that my art and your art can be in the same show and it makes sense, we've had to do, like, we've done themed shows. So the latest one was the Halloween show that we did a few years back. We haven't done one in a minute.
That was so fun.
Right? So you did like your macabre style, which is
it was
a huge part of what you do is macabre.
Yeah, it was macabre.
It's not all you do, but
everything at the show was.
Yeah, everything at the show, which that makes sense.
It was the Halloween show, so the
macabre just makes sense.
It fit.
So then I did macabre,
right?
Esque, and I did some sculptures and I did some paintings. But now that you work in this shop, and now that you know that I don't know if you like painting, but now that you know that you can make a nice picture, you like it?
I like painting. It's satisfying. Well, the end result is what's satisfying.
Bonnie's like, why are people doing math? They're doing math because I asked them to.
Dude, I didn't know what you were looking at. I was like,
oh, no.
I didn't see this phone here. I was like, are you looking at my... What?
Okay, Matilda says 960 hours. 6 hours times 5 times a day, 5 times a week.
Right.
Oh, shoot.
Sometimes I went more. That's the thing. Sometimes I did 7 days a week. Sometimes I did 8.
But average.
Right, average.
8 hours a week, 8 days a week.
8 days.
Have you considered cutting the wall out and selling the giant painting? Asks Pat.
Yo, my best friend already. If he said that if I was to sell it, that he has to have it if I was to sell it. But dude, I don't think I'll ever sell it.
How much would you sell it for? What's the number? What's the magic number?
Oh,
Like if you
a
were
reasonable number? Like what's?
Yeah, like
The
what?
reasonable?
No, not reasonable. What's the magic number? If someone said, like, people ask me to buy my truck all the time, not for sale.
Right.
People are like 15 grand.
Right.
No,
Right.
no. The magic number, 50 grand. Then you can buy it.
Right.
But that just means I'm just gonna go get another
We'll get
one.
another one. Right.
Right.
Well, I'm definitely not painting that ever again. So. Oh shit. If Travis Barker asked me to have it, I would give it to him for free.
Word, yeah.
But
That's different though. He's like your hero. Like,
but
Jakota. How do you say that? I would say that he's talented as someone who doesn't know frick all about music or
Right.
music theory or how to drum.
right.
Jakota has a natural talent for drumming. People might disagree with how much talent he has. To me, he's freaking good.
I'm all right. It's been a minute since I've drummed.
Right. To be fair, you don't drum often, but
Yeah.
for the amount that you do, dude, this kid got a drum set for Christmas,
I did.
and first day he's like, dude, he was rocking out and it sounded not bad. Like it wasn't like, dude, you should be like starting a music career, but like you're like, holy shit, dude. And our brother Ken, our older brother, who is a decent drummer,
Oh,
and
dude,
our brother Mike is another decent drummer.
Good.
They're both like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, Ken is good.
Pardon me. Sorry, that was a slip. Dude, they were like, this freaking 8-year-old, how old were you? Like 13?
I was
12? 13?
13 or 14, yeah. Whenever Guitar Hero 2 came out, that was the year, because I got it the same year.
Dude, yeah, and they were like, this doesn't make any sense.
Really?
Well, yeah, they didn't get it, because you've never drummed before.
Yeah.
And then, like, at freaking church youth group,
Oh, yeah.
it's so boring.
I did
If you
drum.
don't, if you're,
Yeah.
anyways, church is always boring. Youth is supposed to be a little less boring, and it sometimes was fun, but
Yeah.
when it was during like the like free time or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Jakota would go up to like the church, like the stage thing, you know, like what do you call it? Like the
Where the band is?
yeah, what is that called?
The stage.
The stage, but like
yeah.
the band, yeah, whatever. And it had like this stupid glass thing around the
Yeah, that was
drum
for the noise.
yeah, probably because they would
Noise
drown out everyone else's
Yeah.
lame ass boring singing.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jakota would just be like, just jamming. I remember another
Dude,
kid.
they told me to stop because I was too loud.
Yeah, I know.
Multiple times. Where
And you never would.
Well-
You'd be like, okay, just be quiet. Then he'd be like, doing and just be rocking, like, just freaking hitting that freaking bass pedal. Just
Dude, they had a good bass drum. Better than mine.
Yeah.
Better than mine.
And then I remember, like, one of the, like, youth leaders, he, like, brings up his guitar and he's like,
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
You want to play together?
People started jamming, yeah, and then
Yeah.
I would jam with them sometimes.
Right, and then he'd play whatever, and then I remember one time you were just going too hard. He's like, hold on. He goes and gets his electric guitar instead. Because, like, you couldn't hear anything he was playing.
Probably
Because you were
not.
just like, dude, the passion is...
I loved hitting the drums, man. It was super fun.
So anyways, Travis Barker is one of his
Yeah,
heroes,
oh yeah.
would you say?
Yeah,
And that's
big
why
time.
he would give it...
Big time.
There's some context as to
I would give it away to any one of those people.
Eminem. Dude, that'd be so weird if Eminem was like, what would he say? You'd be like, are you serious?
Dude, that would be crazy. Yeah, if any of them asked me to paint them, dude, I would lose my face. Dude, I remember one time he replied to me on Twitter
I know.
and I lost it. Okay? I don't know if you guys know what fangirling is, but if there was ever a moment that I did that, it was then. I screamed like a girl, ran around in the house, Not. I refreshed the page. Like, is this real? It was amazing.
And he said, thanks.
All he said was thanks. Yeah, I saw that he was online, and like I had never tried to contact celebrities ever. It's just
Right, yeah.
they're not gonna see it. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
I saw that he had retweeted something. I was like, oh shoot! Hey man, you're a huge inspiration, and you're the reason why I drone, dude. Like 2 minutes later, notification, and I was like, sick. No, it was like Travis Barker. Thanks. And I was like, yeah, okay. Went back and I was like, wait a second. What? Clicked on it again, refreshed it, went on to Travis. I typed in Travis Barker into like the search handle on Twitter. Confirmed that it was indeed Travis Barker that just replied to me. And then that's when no one was home because they went on like a movie night or some deal. And I lost it. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, I've never had that feeling before. Oh, I kind of did with Michael Goddard.
That was awesome. I remember that.
Yeah. Frick, now I forget what I was going to ask. Went too far into this tangent.
Yeah, sorry. You were talking about the inspiration was him.
Yeah, that's why, the drummer, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, what's the magic number? What did you tell
Oh,
me?
yeah, the magic number. Right. The magic number. If some random person came and asked me, right? That's what you're asking?
Yeah, just if someone, just anyone, whoever it was just like, hey, I saw that painting. I bought the print. Whatever, it's not big enough. And I don't want a canvas print. I want the original or whatever the case is. How much are you selling it for? And you're like, give me an offer. And then when would you stop saying, nah, I'm good? Like what? Like if he was like, I'll give you $500 for it.
$500. What do you guys think? Let's see what they have to think. I would probably go $1 million.
Yeah. If someone offered me $500 for however many hours, I'd be like, kick rocks. There's no way.
Yeah.
Right? I probably wouldn't say that. I mean, I've said that to people, and it's not been good, great. But $1 million.
$1 million. I would sell it.
And then you would let it go.
Yeah.
Dude, that is fair. Totally fair.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, that's expensive as shit. But I mean, like, you can see some of the art that people don't spend any time on.
Right.
It's all about like the meaning behind it is what gives it value, or just the pretentious, nature of the painting gives it value, or whatever, right?
Sure.
And you're just like, well, that's trash. People only want it because of the notoriety or like whatever, right?
Yeah. Sometimes a name can just sell something.
Yeah. They just want it for the vanity. They're like, oh, this is the whoever original, right? Like I remember, dude, at the art gallery. I'm just chilling there, and I was with my freaking, art manager guy when I had that tool, and...
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy comes in, he's rich, apparently, that's what they tell me, and he goes to get a Picasso print. They released some prints. And they were like 25 grand or something like that, right? And it looks, to me, it's whatever. If you don't like the art, then you don't like the art, and if you do like the art, you do like the art. But these people, I didn't like it because I think it looks stupid. Mm-hmm. But they didn't like it either. But they wanted to have a Picasso print because it's a, I forget what they call it. It's a release that is. It's legit, but he's dead and he didn't authorize it. So it's like some sort of whatever, the certificate explain whatever. Okay. Anyways, they had one of them. It was like 25 G's or something like that.
Damn.
And while they were wrapping it up, he's looking around and he's a big fan of Stickman and Goddard and all these other cool artists that I like. And I remember one of the salesmen being like, what do you think about this artist over here? And it was one of my paintings. And the guy's like, not a fan. And I was like, why are you not a fan? Like, he didn't know I was there.
Right.
But
you were there? But you're standing right there?
Yeah, he didn't know it was mine, though. But the price tag was $1,500. It wasn't $10,000. It wasn't $20,000. is $1,500. He's buying this piece of shit. Wow, whatever. He wanted it, whatever. And some people probably do like it, but he's buying this for 25 grand, and he doesn't like it. I know he doesn't like it because he said he didn't like it. He wanted to have a Picasso for his wife.
So it was for his wife?
Who also isn't a fan of Picasso. They just wanted one for their house because they have a big art collection. But he didn't like my painting because it wasn't worth anything.
Really? He didn't,
yeah.
Did he say that?
He didn't even look at it. He was like, not a fan. He's like, not a fan. Not a fan. He looks at the freaking price tag. And how I know he looked at the price tag is the painting is huge. It's a 36 by 48.
And he went like this.
And he went like this. You don't have to do that to look at a big ass painting.
Looking at the brush technique.
That kind of stuff just irks me. I mean, he may have not actually liked it, and maybe he just wanted to see what they were asking for it.
Right.
But I mean, ultimately, I don't know. Right? And I'm just like,
wow. Man, that's...
But, like...
Did you want to drill him or something, or...?
No. If someone doesn't actually like my painting, that doesn't matter. Because you can't... I don't like...
That's true.
Many paintings.
That's
right. But
you can't force anyone to...
No.
Yeah.
No, that would be stupid. I don't need someone to like it. I want them to like it, but I don't need them to like it.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that one, actually.
Yeah. What was my point? Something about $1 million? Oh, people will buy some stuff. Anyways, yeah, that was an example of that. And I still see him sometimes. And this guy forgot that he didn't like the other painting because he was looking at my paintings with his wife another time. Now they're worth more. Now they're like $5,000, $6,000.
Right.
So he's like, oh, that's close to 10. Maybe we'll get one of these because it's going to grow in value, and maybe I can buy a $15,000 painting for $6,000.
Right.
I was just like, ugh.
That's not even.
I remember.
I don't think that's a true
art lover.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ultimately, if some dude is buying my painting, I'm going to be happy about it.
I feel like.
But if you're pretending to not like something because it's not worth something, he probably doesn't actually like it.
I feel like you should buy an art piece if it moves you or something, or you feel some kind of thing because of it.
Every piece of art that I have is because I like it.
Yeah, you should. There should be some type of, I don't know, movement in your soul. Maybe not that deep, but you know what I mean. Like there should be some kind of connection with that, with the art piece.
Like Ashley, she that picture of the bears above her bed.
Right.
She saw that at like a trade show or something. Mm-hmm. Like the photographer was there.
Right.
And she saw it like down the aisle or whatever.
Really?
And she was like
tunnel vision.
She said that it stopped her in her tracks.
Wow.
Which is why I bought it for her.
That's awesome.
And it was $1,000. I was like, ugh. I've never spent $1,000 on a piece of art before.
Right.
I have since one time for that stupid piece of drywall.
Right. I like that piece of drywall, dude. I think that is so cool that you have it.
Yeah. I wish it was $1,000. But they were gonna I got it they were selling it for $3,500, and then they said they'd sell it to me for $1,400, and then ultimately I got it for $1,000.
Dude, it looks great.
And I was like, frick, this is not a smart decision. But
dude, piece of history right there, dude.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen it in my vlog, I showed it in a vlog. It has a few different artists on it. It has Stickman, has me, has I buy my own art. It has Robert Bateman, it has Michael Goddard, it has Vermeeren, who just signed his name really. Has Napoleone, has that other guy who I don't know who it is. Forelli's, I don't know how to say his name. And it has a little tiny bit of Gabe Leonard. Those scribbles at the top there, that's Gabe Leonard. So that was the gallery. They closed, and so they got the artists to when you would have a show there, they'd be like, hey, just sign the wall. Right. And people used to just sign it, and then they started drawing, and then then we got this. So like this goes back to 2010.
That's so
2010,
sick.
2011, 2014, 2015. When was I there? 2017.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, Robert Bateman signed that twice. See, he has the beaver on there and he has the eagle. 2014 and 2017.
Where's the eagle?
I went to right by his 2017 signature. Right underneath
Oh
the
yeah,
eagle.
okay.
Yeah, it's just small.
Yeah.
He was like probably like, I'm not drawing anything on here. You're gonna sell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they did.
That's
Sold it to me.
That's funny.
Which, yeah. But anyway, I love that piece as well, which is why I bought it.
I love it too.
I was like, all these other people are, I'm not famous, but they are, and I was like, that's dope.
One day, dude.
So, $1 million.
You're famous. Shut up. Oh, Josh, can I touch you?
That's never happened. I hope it never does. That's weird. So $1 million. If someone was like $1 million, so you'd be able to say no to like 750,000.
Yeah.
I see what you feel, because someone for my car, my Mustang, someone offered me $15,000 for it, and I said no.
Wow.
Was it 15,000? It was high.
That's your first vehicle, right?
No, it's my second one, or my third, or my fourth.
Oh, yeah.
I had the Intrepid.
Okay. Oh yeah. I remember.
This is the first vehicle that I bought for fun.
Right.
And it's paid way too much. And I was just like, now it's worth that. Easy.
Yeah.
Like I paid $6,800 for it. And I only did that because I was started. I was like, dude, yes. But at the time, probably that car was worth 4,000 tops. It's pretty good.
I like
no
that
rust
car.
or anything.
Nice car.
It has a little bit of rust now because the paint lifted, but it's surface rust. It's not rust coming from underneath, which is good.
Right.
But yeah, I remember picking you up from school in there.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that blew my mind. I was like, what the hell is this? Weren't we with
It was just me and you that
Was it?
first time. But then I picked you up from school like every day.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. Yeah, I totally remember that. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, I remember I would drop Ashley off at school. This is because I dropped out.
Right.
So I would drop Ashley off at school, and I remember one time she's sitting right. I pulled up too close to the curb, and she opens the door. I was just about to tell her, "Don't open it, don't let it swing open."
Right.
And it just, I was like, "Ugh!" And it was like on the curb, like the door just scraped that, and then I was like, "Oh!" And then she's like, "Oh!" And then she grabbed it and then pulled it back. I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "No, get out!" And then the car it'll be
right
100 pounds less weight, and then close it. And I was just like, oh, no. Oh. But I love that car. I almost died because of that car.
You almost died in it?
Because of it. You almost died in it, you freaking idiot.
Not even close to dying.
No, that was so dumb, though. So, $1 million. Okay. Yeah. So, another thing I wanted to, for folks who didn't know, because you didn't address this in the video.
No.
There's 5 people, obviously, unless you can't count. It's not very obvious that there's 5 people in there. And you got 2 on the left that are wearing sunglasses, and the other 3 are not wearing any sunglasses.
Right.
And there's some significance to that.
Yeah.
Based off of...
There's a significance of the order that they're in as well.
Okay. You want to... It's Gap Link.
Oh, yeah?
Go on. Sorry. Go on.
Okay, so the one person, or I think it was 1 or 2 people, like
they picked up,
and I couldn't believe it. Okay, so you know how they say that your eyes are the windows to your soul, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I like that concept.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, what's a way that I can incorporate that? And so that's exactly what I did. Since they are no longer with us, Kurt Cobain and Mac Miller, I figured, hey.
Put shades on them.
Well, they already had the shades on them. I could have picked any picture.
But you picked those.
Right? I could have picked any picture. But I was like, hey, that is awesome. Since they're no longer with us, it's kind of like a subliminal hidden. And someone got it. Someone picked up on it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so the reason that there are sunglasses, and the reason, that's it. The reason is because they're no longer with us. Boom! Layers, baby.
Yeah. I love it when people, like I say this all the time about my videos. I love it when people pick up the subtle edits.
Right. Yeah.
I like it when they see the regular edits, like the transition shots, but when I have like the little edits in there where it's just like, I love that the most.
That's awesome.
So, same within the art. I love it. So I was telling people, was I doing it in a Patreon live or something? I was telling people how like at our show, when people would look at your pictures, they would just, because our show was like 5 hours long, that last one.
Yeah.
Right? And you had to be there the whole time in order to win prizes or wait for the music, because we had live music.
Yeah, dude, it was a great show.
It was awesome. And yeah, our shows are not boring as long as we can help it. If it's someone's art show that we're a part of, it's up to them of how fun or whatever. I mean, I enjoy them all the time because I like talking about myself, I guess. And I'm just like, yeah, this is my painting. Come look at it. Don't leave yet. Look at this. But anyways, your pictures, most of them, I would say probably 90% of them at least, have, not that they're necessarily hidden, but they have details that are not seen necessarily at first look or at least.
I try to make it interesting, right? I want you to look at the picture, right? Like really look at it. That's the goal. That's my goal for like every picture. I want you to, like I said earlier about the feeling something, that's what I want. Like anyone can take a picture, okay? Let's be real here. Anyone can take a picture. It's not hard, right? Pretty easy. I don't think that everyone can take a good picture though.
No.
That's mom. Excuse me. Hello? Hey, I'm kind of busy right now. Can I call you back? No. Okay. All right, bye. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. What was the question?
People are asking how to buy your picture. Thank you, Lindsay. Order from Jack@gmail.com is his email address.
Yes.
And do you spell Jack C-K? Yeah.
J-A-C-K, yes.
Okay.
What was the
so the detail that's in your pictures.
Right. Yes.
In your photos.
Yes. So like I said before, like I think that you have to feel something. I guess you don't have to feel something, but I try to make the viewer feel something in my pictures. Whether it be something that you're just like, that's a really nice picture and that made my day. Right? That's feeling something. Whether it be, holy crap, I relate to that on a personal level, right? Or it could be anything. If it's anything like that, that's what I'm after. And that's kind of why I like put hidden things in there, so that when you find one thing, maybe you'll find another thing, and then you'll kind of connect to the picture more. Maybe, I don't know. I like it. I like
totally. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's like finding an Easter egg in a movie or something, right? You're just, that gratification of being like, oh, I know this knowledge, right? I don't know.
I know this knowledge.
Something like that, right?
So what I noticed at this last show is that when people would look, because like there was like a, what do you call it, like a break time during the show where it was kind of boring for people if they weren't coming with friends or whatever. Right. So they kind of had to just chill. But I noticed that people who already, because there's only so much to look at. It's only like a 2,000 square foot room, right? So there's only so much art you can put in there. But then they've already looked at it stuff twice. They're shy. They don't want to talk to this person or that person, that person. So they're just holding hands. Look, I just remember this one couple in particular. They went to the bar, which lost so much money on that, but totally worth it. They went to the bar, came back, and looked around the whatever, sculpture stuff, paintings, whatever. And then when they went back to your photos, like you could see them like start pointing.
Oh, really?
And then they both point. And they'd be like, oh yeah, there's that. Oh, there's that. And then you'd see like people over here being like, what are they pointing at? And then they'd go and look. And then they'd start talking to each other. They're like, oh yeah, I think he has, that's a ghost in there. Oh, is that like breath on the glass? Oh, what's he have in this picture? Like, and you can see like,
That's awesome.
it's starting conversations. I remember that because like, I remember because Ashley was working the bar.
Right. Yeah.
So I would go over there,
Right.
chill with her for a bit, come back out,
Right.
go back in, right? And then I would like hear them being, oh yeah, he's got a this or that, or I don't remember which pictures they were, right?
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was dope. So it's cool. Sometimes you gotta. I'm trying to think of an example for myself of something because I know there's something that I've had where I've noticed a detail that I didn't know before because I just took time to look at it. And your art has that. My art doesn't necessarily have that. I think more so my videos have that. I want my videos to be.
I'm enjoying the videos, man. You take way more time on the transitions than I would. Like you're getting really good at it.
I like doing them because I think it's fun, and also it helps carry the story quicker.
Right.
Rather than saying, okay, I'm gonna go to the store now, and when I get there, hopefully the thing is there that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of that,
Mm-hmm.
I can still say I'm gonna go to the store, and then it might just be like, and I'm at the store, or it might be like I open the door, and then that door somehow turns into the store door or whatever, and then you don't have to show footage of because a lot of videos, they're missing there's a gap missing, or that doesn't make sense. There's a chunk missing. There's a gap created because part of the story isn't there. Even though the story is you're just showing your daily life or whatever. But if you're going to the store and then you suddenly appear in the store and there's no, at the very least, put a sound effect. Put a,
right.
That implies travel. That implies transport or whatever. But if you're just like, oh, I'm at the store now. Like, what? That's boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as creative as doing something like you do, but no, I totally get.
Not that I'm the only. Tons of people do.
I totally get what you mean.
I think adding those details, whatever, but those ones are not as fun to me. I mean, they're fun.
Yeah.
But you get to think ahead for them stuff. The things that I think are the most fun are like when I'm like, okay, I'm going to put a little something here, and if someone sees it, good. If no one sees it, dang it.
So are we allowed to say any of the, or is anyone allowed to point? Has anyone pointed out any of the hidden things, or
not the ones that I've talked to you about?
Okay.
Some people have.
So you can't spill the beans on it.
No. I'm never going to.
No one ever talked about. Okay.
I will never talk about it.
Right.
I've talked about it as there is a thing.
Right.
There is a thing to watch for in certain videos. Not in every video, but it's completely, some of it's
scattered around.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, that's the
thing.
That was the Red Hawk or whatever. Right? That's stupid. It's not a Red Hawk, but
Red Hawk.
It's like, oh, that's part of that. Okay, that was in another vlog number 33 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not number 33, but then they're like, they can kind of, it's fun for me. It's just like when you watch all the Avengers, you're like, there's the freaking, the duck guy. What's his name? Howard the Duck? That duck superhero or whatever. He's in the Avengers. He's in where those stones are or whatever. Dude, I don't like
Howard
the Avengers.
Duck?
Is he Howard? I don't know. Some duck.
No idea. Darkwing Duck?
No. Tracy D says, dude, I have paused and gone frame by frame to see things you put in there.
That's awesome. See, oh, look.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Photo Deviant. She says, I love the way you edit your video, Josh. Keeps things interesting and entertaining. Thanks, Heather.
I agree. I would agree with that.
I like it when people can get that enjoyment out of it. Because, like, I had an 1.5 hour long video about planting my garden. That's boring.
You know what I watched the other day?
Huh.
Someone mowing the grass.
I know, I saw that. I was like, what the heck is that? But that's kind of, it fits in the category of, like, unusually satisfying or whatever.
It's the end result that you're like, dude,
Yeah.
that was a really crappy lawn, or
Oh yeah, they are. They're all
Whatever.
yeah. You want to see it? Yeah. But like for my gardening video, so people will enjoy it, I like try to be creative with how I present it.
Mm-hmm.
And your video, your painting video, you presented it as if it was like part of the experience of the art in a way.
I wanted it to. I wanted you to feel just how hard it was, I think. Or somehow I wanted you to take you on a ride. You know what I mean? And I feel like the most people that did watch it all the way through, like, rode that ride. And I think they appreciated going through that time with me, and, you know, appreciated the end result like I did, because man, when I finished that, it was great. And then I got wonderful people in the comments saying, "What the that was crazy." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And that's what I wanted. I wanted you to feel that kind of emotion.
The thing about your painting though, or your painting video, is that it's not boring. So like people would watch it anyway, but you took the time to make the video interesting, even though you probably didn't have to. Yeah, I mean, it's quite long, so I mean, I'm sure you had to some degree.
Yeah.
But like, gardening is not fun unless you're into gardening.
Right.
But if you're not into gardening, I still want you to watch it, because there's, I don't even remember what I put in there, but like the thing that we're not mentioning, sorry to bring it up again. Maybe I didn't, but maybe I did put one of those Easter eggs in there where you're like, wait a minute, there's that thing again. Maybe, wasn't this in the one where he went into the basement that's under his in-laws' garage?
Right.
Go check that one out. Right?
Wink, wink.
And then once you see it once and then see it twice, then you're like, wait, how many times have I missed it?
Nice to go back.
And then you're like, I gotta pay more attention to these videos because now it's a game.
Right.
Like I recently played a game that so many people misunderstood, but dude, it was so frustrating to me. I was watching this and I was just like, how do you not get it? Right? But this game, with the hidden Easter egg thing that's in several videos, it's so simple, but it's so missable that it's so worth it to me to keep doing it because of the people who do see it. And if they don't see it, oh well. If they ask about it,
there's an Easter egg in my video.
Yeah, I know.
And only one person found it.
Yeah. I know.
One person.
That's because people don't watch to the end.
Yeah, they didn't watch people that claimed that they watched the whole thing. I mean, you have to watch my Madness Monday show to understand the Easter egg.
That, or even my channel.
Yes, actually, yeah. I think it did stem from your channel.
Yeah. Your Easter egg is so obvious in one sense. Once you know what it is, you're just like, oh, awesome. It's a shout out.
Man, I thought everyone was going to get it. I thought everyone was going to laugh at it because it's just, you're not expecting it.
Right. I think either it's too subtle maybe, or people don't actually watch them, because people always ask me, they'll comment. I'm like, well, you commented at something that's addressed in the video,
right? So
you obviously didn't watch it or weren't paying attention. So I usually try not to answer those, because just watch the video. You didn't watch it, so I'm not going to answer your question.
Right.
Or I have an end credit or whatever, a thanks for watching screen, but almost no one sees it. It's to thank my patrons, right? It says thank you for watching, or thanks for watching, and then it has my tier 3 patrons. But before that, I have a bonus clip in every vlog. I don't have it in the build videos or the paint videos or the companion videos or whatever, right? I just have it in another vlog, right? And sometimes people will be like, what is everyone talking about this or that.
Mm.
Well, now that I've mentioned the bonus clip, more people are going to know about it and more people are going to see it. But I love that some people will comment, "Oh, that's so cute. You got rabbits." I don't actually have rabbits, but that's just an example.
Right,
and then
right.
people are like, "Rabbits?
Right,
Why
right.
is everyone talking about rabbits?" Well, you should have watched till the end, and then you would know.
Should have watched it.
I don't have rabbits, but that's just a silly example.
Man, I tried to make the video so that you wouldn't want to skip it.
I didn't skip it, and I already knew what it looked like.
Yeah, man, I wanted it to be entertaining and funny. I thought it was funny. I threw my humor in there.
No, it is funny.
It's funny. It's like you get mad, you get sad, you get happy, you get... Some people said that they cried.
Really?
They cried tears from their face, dude. Tears. And some people watched it more than once, which I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for watching.
Some people here were saying that they watched it more than once.
That's amazing. See, like that's exactly what I wanted. You know how you can watch a movie more than once?
Yeah. That's what you want it to be.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Hannah says, I always stick around after the one time you scolded me for missing the bonus clip one day in time. I don't remember that, but it's probably because you asked the question. And also, I consider you a friend, so I probably was just razzing you. But that I'm glad you watch it. I wanted to ask you one last thing. Now that you, which I tried to ask you earlier, but we kind of...
Yeah, that's what happens when we talk, man.
When you got... Excuse the language here.
I'm so sorry.
It's a little candid. Some people don't appreciate the cursing, which is why we don't curse in our videos usually, but...
I cursed in that. Dude, I dropped 2 F-bombs.
Yeah, you did.
But I wanted you to realize what the... Like, I was like, what the... Looking at this and at some of the progress that I was making, I just couldn't believe it. So yeah. I wanted it to be... I was thinking about bleeping it, but I was like, no, it has to be real.
I think it would have had the same effect with a bleep.
I actually was going to make a different sound effect, or like a
boing?
Like a
boing.
Dolphin or something, or yeah, something stupid. Like a freaking...
You know Ross Creations?
Oh yeah.
When he curses, he's like, "Read the Bible." It'll have like this.
Read the Bible. That's funny.
Yeah.
Read the Bible. Yeah, that's funny. I'm just thinking of his face. Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah. He doesn't curse, but like his friends.
Right. He says, "What the freak?"
Yeah. And when he like flips the bird, he's like,
he flips this.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's hilarious. Dude, he was on Tosh.0.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched his videos in a minute, but they're good. He's good.
Back when he had his long dreads and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he was.
He didn't have dreads; just had long hair.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, like a man, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, the question.
The question, yes. Okay, you've done painting and you've done photography and you've done like some woodwork for like framing.
Right.
Which is also another video you guys should check out. What was that one called? Death Knocks?
My first video?
Yeah.
What was it called? Madness.
Whatever it was, go check it out. It's a longer one.
It was
it's a build
Fallen
video.
Angel frame build.
Yeah, check that one out. That's a good video.
That was my first
And this
video.
one is called
My First Painting Music Forever.
Okay, and the title of the painting is Music Forever, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've done those. Would you consider, like today, as he was working in here, I was also working on some stuff. I made this the other day. This is a client.
That's so sick.
The background is very busy, but hopefully you can kind of get
Look right here.
That's a moon, if you can't, I mean, what else would it be?
It's a horseshoe.
Made out of nails.
It's
right?
a mustache.
So I made that the other day. And then I started on this freaking, I'll show you this one first. Then I made this today. This is for the same person.
Hello?
Yo, that goes really far in my ear.
Yo, what? Why would you do that?
I'm kidding, dude. I made this one today for the same person. They needed 2 of them.
Dude, you got your fingerprints all over this.
Yeah, I'll have to repaint that because my hands are dirty from welding. This bastard. And then I started this one a while ago and then finished it today. Is this cool? So this one is available, but I like it, so I don't mind if it doesn't sell because it's sick. Yeah, this took forever. I thought this one could take like, I don't know, like 3 hours. This took me like 14 hours. Just look at all those nails I had to weld. Just bzz, 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 bzz,
I dig it.
Bzz, 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 just over and over and over again. My neck just getting all crunched, just like hood on.
Yeah, I didn't. I sucked at welding that time that I did it once.
Yeah, I did. So now that my question is, now that you've done those things, do you think you would get into doing sculptural work? Like, do you think you would? So I know you like the macabre style stuff. Right. I like the macabre style stuff. Like during our show, I have that skull there. Let's see if I can bring it in. So I did a mix. Study of not high quality, but just more so for the, like, this was not supposed to be realistic. This was supposed to be an experiment in using shitty materials to make a representation. And this is clay. Wow, that's dusty. So this was for that art show. I don't think I had this for sale. No one would buy this. This is absolute garbage. But
hey, some people might.
Someone might buy it, but
if you painted it, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't for sale. It was for display. I probably had a price on it because the gallery required it, but I didn't expect it to sell. But anyways, you like macabre style art. Not that you're like, some people just assume that you like worship the devil.
I like anything creepy, man.
Yeah. Would you do sculptural work? Not necessarily macabre, but I just envision you doing macabre style.
Man, you know what?
I got dust in my eye.
You know what I really want to get into?
What's that?
Realistic dioramas.
Like miniatures?
Yes.
You know, it's cool. I have a commission. I don't know if it's still active or not, because this was a weird interaction I had with this fella, but he wanted me to build a diorama of for his die-cast cars, like his, like the Fast and Furious, whatever, where you get like a Dodge truck, whatever, right? He wanted me to build a garage for it.
Dude, it would have been sick if you would have built like the house
from the Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Dude,
I don't know what cars he had. He just had cars.
Whenever I get the chance to, I'm gonna be building a table. So if that goes well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get into the more of the. I also want to.
You know what would be dope? Can I just interrupt you real quick?
Sure.
You don't have to do this, and I probably won't do this, but maybe I will do this. Table's flat on top like a table, but underneath there's like a freaking diorama scene.
That'd be insane.
It would be a waste of time because no one would see it. But I love those types of details. Anyways, go on.
Okay, I'm thinking about doing like live. What am I trying to say? Live action. That's like not it. You know how like I have that picture of you with the balloons? I'm thinking about making that into a
like a sculpture.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just spit on you.
Yeah, like a real there's some pictures that I want to do into sculptures.
Yeah, I see like Napoleone, he has like his Dragon Boy stuffed animal guy, and then he has like the love bomb where it's like an old school bomb, and I think he has Marcinilo, the puppet looking dude, I think, as well, in one of. Anyways, he has a few sculptures and a few plush. Anyways, that would be cool because like, that would be dope. I did this painting of the 2 It clowns, Pennywise and Pennywise, but like the old school one, and it's the old school one handing the balloon to the new school one,
like passing the torch.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I wish that I would have gotten freaking prints of it because that painting is dope. But I never scanned it.
Oh,
But anyways, he's passing the balloon to the
the new
other
one?
freaking guy, and that would be cool as a.
I never saw the new one.
Me either. The old one sucked so bad that.
What?
Dude, it sucked so bad.
Oh my gosh, it scared me, man.
It was not the least bit scary to me. I was like,
Oh,
what?
man.
Dude, he turns into a robot spider.
Yeah, that was pretty cheesy. But dude, when he was like, we all float down here. He was like, what? Dude.
I didn't like how his.
Hey, Georgie.
I hated how he had regular teeth, and then he had spiky teeth.
Dude, that was an old movie.
I was like, dude, what the heck is this?
Dude, have you seen the original 13 Ghosts?
I don't
Watch that movie.
I don't even know what that is.
No?
No.
Dude, yeah, come on, dude. We watched the remake or whatever it was.
Did we?
Yes, at
Thomas's?
no, Tyrone's house. We watched it. It was good. Anyways, dude, watch the original 13 Ghosts and then watch it and tell me which one is.
Dude, they're probably both whack.
Dude, I'm telling you. There are worse movies than it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so to answer the question, would you do sculptures?
Yes, I am kind of thinking about it. So yeah, I guess if I'm making
Dude, like a maquette?
what do you call that? Like a whatever scale, whatever, blah blah blah. I don't know. Yeah, yes. So yeah, I would be interested in doing that, but that will be
Okay.
whenever I'm not doing the projects that I'm working on right now.
Hey, thank you, Jim. He says, how's it going? Going good. We're just about to wrap up here, but thank you.
Yeah, I gotta take
a hike. Guys, we are going to have an post-COVID, but we are going to have an art event at some point here at our studio. It'll probably be like not an art show, but more of a meet the artist type bullshit
open house
thing. Like, yeah, kind of like an open house, like visit the studio type of thing, where you'll eat vegan cheese and like soy milk, which is to say it's not going to be an art show. It's going to be lamer than an art show. There won't be vegan cheese or soy milk because that's disgusting. There will be regular cheese and probably no milk, but
cheese and milk.
Because I don't drink wine. I don't drink, so I said milk instead. But milk is not a good
I can't imagine
alternative. Imagine just everyone with like glasses of milk.
Dude, that's a lot of dairy.
Dude, that
your stomach would be like.
And I said vegan, not to insult vegans, like saying they're lesser than. I'm just saying like vegan does not taste as good as real if you like the real or whatever. And I'm just saying that this event is not going to be a real art show, but it's going to be an art event. So it's vegan.
Very well put.
But it's not.
So it's vegan.
I should have compared it to something else. It's going to be like Christian rock versus rock. It's not going to be. Although
There's some.
what's that band called? Skillet?
Skillet's all right.
No, that's pretty good. Anyway, it's gonna be not as good as our art shows are gonna be, but we're gonna have a thing, and this is just a teaser, and it might be a lie as well because maybe things won't work out. But that'll be post-COVID, and it's something that we've been talking about and trying to figure out. So it'll be me, Jakota, and Clint, and I don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I mention it here is because I think I talked about it in the last shop talk with Clint. But anyways, guys, you need to check out, let me move that. You need to check out this video here of my brother's painting. There will be a link, hopefully, showing up. But if not, check out Jakota's channel, Madness channel. And you can get yourself one of these. This one's mine, but it looks just like this. This one's going to go up on my wall when I frame it here and right away. But you can get those. Those are available, only $25.
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping.
So it's around $30.
It's only $5? No, it's more than that to ship.
That's
all you charge?
yeah.
Just a flat rate.
It's not. Dude. It's not that expensive.
It's $13
to ship. I don't think so.
I ship every week, bro.
I don't think so, man.
I know so.
For something like that?
Yes, because you got to put it in a tube. I ship. Well, that's including the material and going to the post office. I mean, sometimes it costs like $18. Sometimes it costs $11.
I might be putting it in a cardboard deal, like an envelope.
Yeah,
like
still,
I've been sending.
It's small packet.
It was never.
It's old.
Oh, right. You're right. That's okay.
$5. You can't. It's not $5. You can't. You're gonna lose your hat.
We'll figure it out.
Canada Post.
I forgot about that. That you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Freaking. Oh.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've sent out a print.
Okay. Yeah, it's expensive, especially if you're sending within Canada. Lindsay, thank you very much, Lindsay, for posting that. So she posted Jakota's Instagram, but could you also please post his channel there one last time, and then we'll head off. Canada Post is brutal, says Jacqueline, or Jacqueline. I don't know how to say your name, but it's probably not what I said second. So, anyways, guys, if you don't know, now you know. Now you need to do a big painting.
Oh.
If you don't know, now you know. Please go check out his art, check out his channel, and you will like his, if you like my videos, you'll like his video style.
Please check it out.
And you may also like his Monday Madness show. Madness Monday show.
Yes.
I always say it wrong.
Madness Mondays.
Sometimes I'm on it. Maybe I'll be on it next. Probably not, but maybe.
Sometimes, yeah, you sometimes come on.
Sometimes I come over and you're like, dude, I'm live. Oh, it's you. Hey! Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out. This was like a Just Joshua and Jakota throwback. Stay tuned. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out. All the other stuff I usually say. See us next time. God, I gotta piss.